With the federal election fast approaching, let's take a look at the latest polling averages from the CBC News Poll Tracker as of April 11, 2025. These numbers give us a snapshot of where the major political parties stand across Canada. At the national level, the Liberal Party currently holds the lead with 43.9% of the vote. This represents a strong but not overwhelming position for Prime Minister Mark Carney's party, maintaining their grip on power. The Conservative Party, led by Pierre Poilievre, is trailing with 37.5%, a gap that remains relatively close and indicates a highly competitive race moving forward. As we examine the remaining support, the New Democratic Party, NDP, is at 8.5%, a solid figure that could be key in forming a coalition or potentially swaying the vote in key ridings. The Bloc Québécois holds 5.3%, demonstrating their strength in Quebec, while the Green Party is standing at 2.3%, a steady but limited presence. The People's Party of Canada, PPC, is at 1.7%, with other smaller parties accounting for 0.8%. But what does this mean for the broader election? The gap between the Liberals and Conservatives is narrow enough to suggest that battlegrounds like Ontario and British Columbia will be crucial in determining who comes out on top. Regional breakdown. Starting in British Columbia, a province that has seen its political landscape shift in recent years. The Liberals hold a narrow lead with 42.6%, but the Conservatives are right on their heels at 38.3%. This competitive margin is indicative of a province that is often split between urban and rural support. The New Democratic Party, NDP, with 12.9%, has maintained a strong foothold in cities like Vancouver, while the Green Party has secured 4.2%, a key factor in BC's ongoing political debate on environmental issues. The People's Party is at 1.1% and others have 0.8%. The shifting dynamics here will have significant implications as BC continues to be a bellwether province for the rest of Canada. In Alberta, the Conservative Party continues its dominance, polling at 55.5%, a commanding lead that reflects the province's historical conservative leanings. The Liberals are struggling in this deeply conservative stronghold with 30.5% of support. The NDP, while maintaining 9.1%, has not made substantial inroads into the province. Alberta's rural communities remain staunchly conservative, and the Green Party has only 1.8% of the vote. The PPC holds 2.4%, showing marginal growth in a province where conservative policies have long held sway. The numbers here indicate that Alberta will likely remain a conservative stronghold, but the Liberals and NDP will still be watching closely, especially in urban centers. Moving into the prairie provinces of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, the Conservative Party has a commanding lead with 48.7%. The Liberals are in second place at 34.2%, while the NDP remains significant with 12.5%. These regions have traditionally been conservative-leaning, and this polling data shows that the Conservatives are likely to maintain their dominance here. The Green Party has 2.4%, and the PPC comes in at 1.8%. The Liberals, though strong in cities like Winnipeg, have struggled in rural areas, which are deeply conservative. The race in these provinces will likely come down to urban versus rural dynamics, but the Conservative Party remains the clear favorite. On to Ontario, the political battlefield that often decides the fate of elections. The Liberals are leading here with 48.6%, but the Conservatives are firmly in contention with 38.3%, making it one of the most closely watched provinces in this election cycle. The NDP with 8.2% has significant urban support, especially in places like Toronto, but it will be the Liberals and Conservatives that will battle for the most seats. The Green Party has 2.5%, while the PPC has 1.6%. Ontario's vast and diverse population, encompassing everything from rural areas to major urban centers, makes it a critical area for both parties. Here, every vote counts, and the race is likely to stay tight until election day. Now turning to Quebec, the political landscape is shaped by unique cultural and historical factors. The Liberals are leading with 42.1%, a notable figure in a province where the Bloc Québécois, BQ, plays a major role. The BQ is polling at 23.8%, making them a formidable force in the province. The Conservatives, meanwhile, are well behind at 23.2%. The NDP holds 6.1%, while the Greens are at 2%, and the PPC has 1.9%. Quebec's distinct political culture, with a deep-seated sense of provincial identity, means that regional parties like the Bloc Québécois will continue to play a pivotal role. The Liberals remain the dominant federal party here, but the BQ's presence is a critical factor in the province's electoral outcomes. Finally, in Atlantic Canada, the Liberals dominate with a remarkable 54.6% of the vote. The Conservatives are trailing at 34.1%, and the NDP holds 8.1%. The Green Party is at 1.2%, while the PPC has 1.5%, and others stand at 0.5%. Atlantic Canada has been a stronghold for the Liberals for several elections now, and these numbers suggest that the trend is likely to continue. The Liberals have a deep connection to the region's electorate, particularly in the Maritimes, and they will be looking to maintain their dominance as the election approaches. That's it for today's update. Make sure to subscribe for more election insights as the race heats up. Don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts on the latest polling.